Oliver Bearman had just shown the world how great he was by finishing 7th in his first race in Formula 1. Despite not picking up the win, it's created an impression of what it takes to become a great driver and the next big icon. In today's video, we will talk about Oliver Bearman, the young British driver who is set to create noise in Formula 1 in the near future. Let's get started. Ferrari's start in the 2024 season seems great in the first two Grand Prix in Bahrain and Jeddah, with both of their drivers scoring a podium behind the Red Bull powerhouse duo. One of the most noticeable things at the start of the 2024 driver standings is that Ferrari has 3 drivers in the top 10 in points. This is because Oliver Bearman made his F1 debut by replacing Carlos Sainz. He quickly inserted himself in the top 10 and added a boost to the constructors' points of Ferrari. In his young career, Bearman managed to show his potential greatness in Formula 1. He finished in 7th, overtaking the great Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris by more than 3 seconds. Let's take a look at the young career and journey of Oliver Bearman. He began racing automobiles when he was 8 years old with karting. He was born on May 8, 2005 in Chelmsford, Essex. After finishing in the top 5 of the British Karting GP in his first year, the young driver went up the ranks and won several titles along the way. In 2020, he will move up to single-seater racing to continue his progress. That year, he raced in both the ADAC F4 and the Italian F4 titles. He won a race in each and finished in the top 3 in both. Bearman won both titles with Van Amersfoort Racing after moving from the US racing team for the 2021 season. He did this by impressively winning a total of 17 races. It was at the end of 2021 that Bearman joined the Ferrari Driver Academy. His first race in Formula 3 was with Prema Racing in 2022. In his first race in Bahrain, the youngster crossed the finish line in first place, but a 5-second track limit penalty put him in second place, giving the win to Isaac Hadjar. Despite this, Bearman had some good finishes as the season went on before getting his first win in Belgium. It didn't look like Bearman would win the championship going into the season finale at Monza, but he didn't give up. In the feature race, he was in a close fight with Zane Maloney and Victor Martins. Martins won the championship in the end, and Bearman finished 3rd in his first F3 season. He was called up to Formula 2 for 2023 because of this. Staying with Prema and Kimi Antonelli, he had a good first season in F2. That same year, the teenager won both the sprint and feature races in Baku. He also won in Barcelona and Monza. At the end of the year, he was 6th in the drivers' rankings. Bearman's performance in FP1 won praise from some, including Haas's Ayao Komatsu, who was acting as the team's trackside engineering director at the time before becoming team principal recently. Komatsu said that, "I don't think you can fault him. He's done really well. All the way from the initial preparation, he's been very professional, very easy to deal with in every single process, and I have nothing to complain about." Bearman also raced again for Haas in the post-season test in Abu Dhabi in 2023. After a few weeks, the teenager was officially signed as a backup driver for both Ferrari and Haas in 2024. After not getting any points at the first round of the 2024 Formula 2 season, Bearman would have been eager to make up for it at the second event, which took place in Jeddah. In the main race on Thursday, he got things off to a good start by getting pole position. Carlos Sainz, on the other hand, didn't show up for the weekend as planned because he needed surgery. He was then called up to F1 to fill in before FP3 on Friday morning. Even though he hadn't had much time to prepare, the rookie driver seemed to do well in his first run. He finished in 10th place on FP3 as he got used to the SF24. Despite Sainz missing the race, did you know that he is set to make big waves for the 2024 season? If you're interested in knowing more about it, just go to the description for easy access. Now let's go back to the video. Fans loved it, even though he didn't win the whole race. After only an hour of practice, he qualified in 11th place, only 0.036 is behind 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. The British driver then had a confident Grand Prix, passing Yuki Tsunoda and Nico Hülkenberg and defending Lando Norris with style to finish 7th in the official race. He took his chance with both hands and put on a show that not only won him the fan-voted Driver of the Day award, but also made it more likely that he would get a full-time job driving somewhere on the grid in 2025. The talk between Hamilton and Bearman at the end of the race is another great moment. He said that Lewis Hamilton got him out of the car after the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He said that, "I grew up watching these guys fight, and it was nice to share the track with them. It was a pleasure to receive their recognition. Lewis was basically pulling me out of the car because I was struggling. It was really physical. In a race like this, one of the lowest degradation tracks of the season, and one of the highest lateral G-forces, you are pretty much doing 50 qualifying laps. Then what are the chances that he can be a full-time driver on the grid in the near future?" In an article from the Inquirer, the former world champion Damon Hill said that a star is born. He stated that, "Star is born now. To jump in at such short notice, on a track as intimidating as Jeddah, in a Ferrari of all things, and hold up under immense pressure and keep it together, wow." The Ferrari team's principal, Fred Vasseur, also reflects on Bearman's performance in the Grand Prix. He said after the race, he was very calm in his approach from the beginning. This was a huge asset for the weekend because, you have the pressure, you are reminding him of all the points of the story, that he is the youngest driver for Ferrari, and for him, for sure, it's a huge pressure. But at the end of the day, I think he was able to skip it from his mind and focus on the real point, and he was, I think, a clear target for him. My understanding of this was that he wasn't focused on details, but on the big topic, and in the end, it went well. Over at Haas, team principal Ayao Komatsu was equally impressed by Bearman and expressed his delight that the youngster will be joining the team again for some FP1 outings this season. He said that, "Yeah, absolutely. Last year, when we had him in FP1 sessions in Mexico and Abu Dhabi, straight away it was obvious that he's a total package. He's so impressive, so I was very happy that we got him for 6 FP1s this year. I'm very happy for him." Even though Bearman is not yet an official Formula 1 driver, he shows that he drives in a smooth and precise style. He naturally knows how to keep up a steady pace and hit his points exactly, which lets him push the car to its limits without losing control. As he gets used to the new SF24, he has shown that he can quickly change to track conditions and the car. In racing, this is a very important skill to have because weather, temperature, and track conditions can make a big difference. He can keep up with the competition and do well no matter what. He proved that he knows a lot about how the car works and how to push it to its limits. His technical understanding and ability to talk to his team are very important for making the car run at its best. His steady lap times and ability to keep up a high level of performance throughout a race show this, and he came in 7th place. He picks the right things to do on the track. This, along with his great driving skills, lets him make daring passes and hold his place against drivers with more experience. The arrival of Oliver Bearman in Formula 1 might already happen soon. As everyone knows, Ferrari is arguably the greatest team in Formula 1 history, and with his association with this team, he can be the next big thing to wear a Ferrari uniform. The Scuderia Ferrari Driver Academy, or the SFDA, is a prestigious school that helps young race car drivers get ready to join the Ferrari racing team. The SFDA gives its drivers a full training program that includes both mental and physical training as well as lessons on the track. Bearman got special training in the gym to make him stronger and more durable as a driver. He also got help with his mind to deal with the stress of running against other people. Bearman was able to improve his skills and methods by practicing on the track in high-tech simulators that mimicked real races. Bearman continued to impress with his work on and off the track as he moved up in the SFDA program. This school can produce more potential Formula 1 drivers like Dino Beganovic and Rafael Camara. How about you? Do you see Oliver Bearman as the next big icon of Formula 1? Let us know in the comments below. If you want more Formula 1 content, be sure to subscribe and visit our channel to stay updated.